You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But
right.
There's just more for her. So it's her second year, and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like actually, it's just too much.
The silence has gone on long enough. The hits keep coming. And until now, nobody with real influence has dared to call it out. That all changed when Sophie Cunningham
said some very unapologetic things. The kind of things that have made her beloved by Fever fans and continue to have her adversaries and detractors crash out. I mean, that's pretty much as simple as you can put it. I mean, the phenomenon of Sophie Cunningham is in large part due to Caitlin Clark, right? Sophie comes over, she protects Caitlin Clark in that Connecticut Sun game, throws JC Sheldon to the floor. That's when she became a viral sensation. But she's always had that personality. She's always been pretty well known in the WNBA space, and now she's on.
The noise is rising. The anger is boiling over. And what was once whispered is now trending on Twitter, in group chats, and across sports media. Sophie Cunningham didn't just see what Caitlin Clark went through, she lived it. And now she's done staying quiet. The disrespect.
We know Caitlin Clark has been seeing a level of attacks, I should say, dealing with WNBA stars and different
You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her.
In WNBA history, this was a moment we've never seen. Sophie Cunningham didn't just defend a teammate, she became the rallying cry for millions. She stared down a league that's been biting the hand that
fans were waiting for somebody to do what Sophie did. But Sophie Cunningham was not worried about hurting any feelings on this podcast either. This is what she said about the idea that Caitlin Clark may not be the face of the league, which is, you know, just an asinine concept that has been thrown out by some.
And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face.
If you're watching, subscribe now. Because what Sophie Cunningham just exposed is chilling. Even a seasoned enforcer might not be enough to keep Caitlin Clark safe in a league that seems hellbent on breaking its own brightest star. Cunningham's seen the targeting. She's lived it. And she's calling it out loud.
Anchors, they're all haters too. That's crazy. They're definitely not analysts. They don't know shit about basketball. Rick? What the fuck are you talking about? I've never seen so much hate on a new athlete since I've been living. Since my 43 years of living, I've never seen so much hate towards an athlete. He says, oh, she's not getting bullied. This is normal physicality. If you're gonna be talking shit, putting it in my face and saying, yeah, what up, then you gonna have that shit coming for you. Somebody gonna bust you in the mouth for knocking a shot down and talking shit about it. Not because she's a dirty player, or not because, you know, she's trying to hurt people, just because she...
Let's break this down. Sophie Cunningham knows the game. During her time with the Phoenix Mercury, she was in those locker rooms. She's heard the strategy talks. And now she's revealed the ugly truth. Teams were open.
Look, what we all been witnessing right before our eyes about our precious CC, my precious CC, Caitlin Clark. For the ones who didn't know. So basically, she was saying that when they was preparing, when she was on the other team before she came to the Indiana Fever, we talking about Sophie Cunningham. She was basically saying that the Phoenix Mercury players were basically game planning and saying that they was going to assault her and give.
This is where it gets impossible to ignore. Cunningham has gone on record. What Caitlin Clark is going through goes far beyond rookie hazing. There's just more for her, she said. And the data proves it. Clark took 20% of all flagrant fouls in the league. In just 13 games this season, she's already suffered 3 injuries. That's not coincidence. That's a crisis.
I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But
Right.
there's just more for her. So it's her second year, and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually, it's just too much, and
Yeah.
like it's just I'm over. And if I'm saying it's too much, then it's probably too much.
No, that's so.
And the pattern? It's getting darker. Kennedy Carter's cheap shot. Alyssa Thomas's shoulder. Mabry's body check. The refs look away again and again. But Sophie Cunningham isn't just complaining, she knows the game. 6 years in the league. She's played against Clark. Now she plays beside her. She's not speculating, she's witnessing.
No player ever that's gotten this type of treatment coming into the league. LeBron will probably be the closest person that got this type of treatment. And that's only because he big as fuck and he used to come to the lane, and the only way you could stop him is to pull him down. But even when they used to pull his ass down, they did not try to hurt him. A lot of times they would just grab LeBron and like just stop him from falling. It wasn't malicious with this shit. And it's so sad that y'all just turning a blind eye. Y'all just like, oh, it's not bullying. She's not getting targeted. She deserves it because she talks trash. Oh my God. You know who talks 10 times more trash than Caitlin Clark? Anthony Edwards. You know who's even worse than that? Luke.
Sophie's gloves came off on her podcast Show Me Something. It pisses me off when people say she's not the face of the league, she said. And she didn't just talk. She acted. A hard foul. A brawl. A message. Fans roared back. 600,000 new TikTok followers. Jersey sold out. She's not just defending Clark, she's becoming an icon.
And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally.
And Sophie's not only going after players, she's targeting the refs. Her viral TikTok called out the officiating, and the WNBA fined her $500. Her response? This is funny to me. Meanwhile, she's getting elbowed, grabbed, hit, and still no whistles. It's not just Clark anymore. It's anyone who dares to defend her.
I almost venture to say that if Sophie Cunningham wasn't who she is, and people didn't sort of know what she's about, she wouldn't have been fined. But am I shocked that an activist basketball league decided to target Sophie Cunningham? No. I'm not surprised by that. I mean, this whole league's got all of its priorities all bleeped up.
Cunningham isn't dancing around the truth. She's naming it jealousy. From all-star snubs to petty on-court jabs, the resentment toward Caitlin Clark is real. Dick Vitale called it. Sophie agreed. And while others roll their eyes or celebrate her injuries, Sophie sees the bigger picture. Clark is raising the floor for everyone in the league.
Last year was the first year in its like 25, 30-year existence that it was profitable. Made $1 million. But it was the first time that it didn't lose money because the NBA supplements. Well, when Caitlin Clark comes to town, you have to go from the 8,000-seat WNBA arena to the 30,000-seat whatever arena across town because of ticket sales and all of the apparel and all of this stuff that's coming from Caitlin Clark. And you're just like, okay, but the league is totally destroying her. You know, they're trying to destroy her from within. And
Here's the part no one wants to face. Caitlin Clark has missed over half the season. 3 soft tissue injuries. All in just a few months. And yet, no league inquiry. No public concern. This is a player who never missed a game in college. Now she's breaking down. Sophie sees what's happening. And so does Clark's own brother, who briefly blamed the refs before deleting his post.
One of the biggest epidemics in the history of sports right now is going on with the WNBA and their referees. They suck. All right, their referee situation blows. The officiating, they can't get the calls right. When they do go over to look at something, it takes them forever, and then they still get it wrong. And they also will not come down on these players for trying to take out the league's greatest asset. The league's greatest golden goose that is going to eventually make all these players and the commissioner and all these people all this money. They won't officiate. They won't